last time on the Empire's Edge.
Something, I think, is trying to get inside these trees.
Perhaps these trees and this horned one are related.
I saw something that I haven't seen in this region in my lifetime or heard tell in recent lifetimes, but I saw a dragon.
So these giants are very close to us. So you just want to try to go peek at them? Is that our idea?
Down, cover, this way. No, the other side of the tree, the other side of the tree. Because flying right over your position is a green dragon wormling.
Well, hey, look on the bright side. We didn't die today.
Day's not over. It stops, it turns, and it yells, "You must hurry and make meeting. Don't wait here." And then keeps on walking. You believe that at the right command or the right magic, that these things would unfold themselves into bipedal beings and do something. And as you're looking further up, you can see a very pointed, very peaked mountain, and you know, finally, you're looking through the gate of the ages. So you're moving along the trench. You're on the left-hand side of this valley that, coming down from the quarry, has gotten slowly narrower. It's getting flatter. There's still more trees now than there were previously. So there's more cover to your right-hand side. The left-hand side, the ground is still falling away, but the trench continues on pretty much right in the direction, heading right toward the gate itself, which you can see intermittent through the trees.
And the trench gives us some decent coverage from above, too, right? So the flying dragon, wormling.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
and the trees here too. So it's
So good. So
it's about 6 feet deep, 8 or so feet wide. So yeah, it's,
so let's rock.
As safe as we
it's
can with
starting to get
giants
on
everywhere.
Yeah, it's starting to get on towards dusk. If we're moving into a thicker foliaged area, we should probably just set a dark camp here then and proceed during the day.
Because how much distance do we travel, or do we cover in a single day?
depends on the terrain. Probably up to about 20 miles,
Oh,
but probably
okay.
15 would still be a pretty good
So
day.
this seems like
Yeah.
a nice safe distance. We know we can cover that pretty easily in the
Yeah,
morning.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
down a
So-
spell. I could I could use a little rest.
So yeah,
I feel
let's-
fantastic and not down anything.
I still say dark camp, setting watches, all that,
Yeah,
because we're away now from where everything else was.
true.
All right,
Might be a
so
bit more suspicious.
that sounds great. So you guys do just that, and as is per usual, Crawl says, "Well, I'll take the first watch," and just goes up on the edge of the actual trench itself, and is watching in the direction of.
Yeah, I think we'd be at or near the tree line to maximize, or where rather it gets thicker to maximize where the benefit of that cover.
Perfect.
I wonder if the lizards were on their way to the gate too.
There's less of them now.
Oh yeah.
And she goes through her entire watch, and everything is fine that way.
Okay,
And,
I'll take
Boris.
second.
Yeah.
Get my dice out.
That's important.
Yeah. So again, it's always tough when you have a cold camp that there is no fire. You're very aware of the stars, and it is a quiet night. Nothing even approaches the area of this.
All right, I'll wake Zelen.
And Zelen's
Shakes her
watch?
awake.
And yeah, Zelen, all through your watch, there is no encounter. You don't hear sounds, anything that would be typical of nighttime in the Brimroar. That it doesn't seem like it's like there's no animals. There's no small birds or frogs. All the sounds just seem normal for what. a night
When everyone
typically is.
else's
Yeah, the
watches go
mountains.
by with no problem, it makes me feel like mine's not.
Yeah, a
Way
mountain
to
walks
jinx
away.
it, man.
No kidding.
No, he didn't jinx it. He didn't roll the encounter number either. So
Thank goodness.
yeah,
Lucky.
so daylight is coming on, Jacob, and you guys have been quite safe here in
Awesome.
this trench.
I love the concept of an encounter number that, yeah, it could be a 4, it could be, an 8. Whatever number I'm thinking of as I roll the die is the suck number.
Welcome to GMing.
And I've had the
Yeah.
same number for
GMing?
even-
Where are you from?
game mastering.
We say DMing in this house.
Oh.
I've had the same number
Bye.
to roll on an encounter die since I played advanced. So
Yeah.
I've just always gone with that number.
I just
So-
like teasing you.
Yeah.
I assume we still have plenty of leftovers from the copious
the
things that we
bear and
killed.
the lizard. and-
Yeah.
I would think so. And if you guys are tightening your belt, you're heading into what's probably a very difficult day, getting to the gate and there's foes around. But you eat whatever the last bit of stuff is.
Yeah.
Any preparation, any prayers, any spells you're casting on yourselves.
The usual to prep, most of my spells are kind of short term, so that's we're getting into combat. I need the thing.
Yeah. All right.
Same, yeah.
Yeah,
you
I think
start off
protection
moving
from
again?
evil is my longest at 10 minutes.
Okay. So then you're moving again in the trench, and unless somebody says
And
anything
you're
else,
protected from the evil trench.
You're you have the trench rifle.
If I wasted the spell, I would be, but I'm not. So
You realize the trench is
Oh, hey,
actually
I
an
remember the DC correctly.
esophagus. Oh no!
It's a
well, then
trench.
he's missing a lot of the top half of his body.
So it's a good 3 hours later. You guys have been moving. You haven't heard sounds outside. You haven't heard, you haven't seen a dragon worm flying overhead. You haven't heard giants crunch
Forgot
through the
about
area.
those.
You're off enough
Right.
to the periphery of this valley that's leading you toward the Gate of Ages that nothing else seems to be nearby right here. But you are aware too that the cover is starting to get thinner again. You've traveled for about between 4 and 5 miles, and you can see up ahead that either there was some massive damage and the trench is it's just destroyed or was leveled, or the original construction ended, but it's not going to get you to the gate itself.
How far away from it are we?
You would figure probably about like 500-600 feet, something like
so
that.
we're still pretty close.
Yeah, you're very close. You've gotten right up to. So yeah, the mountain is loomed in front of you.
Could we bolt for it?
Yes, do it. We'll wait here. Let us know what happens.
Right.
I
If
can
you
turn
turn into
myself into a mouse and just.
Depends on A, how hungry the dragons are, and B, how good their eyesight is. Yeah, I
C,
turn
if
into a
anyone brought
goat, and a
elephants.
little while later we hear meh as it gets grabbed by a
So
dragon.
why don't you all roll your perception while you're wondering
Yes.
about how far? So
While we're wondering aloud.
yeah, nice
22.
tall reference.
3.
That's like 13.
Yeah. So with the 22,
Oh.
Zelen is your
Zelen, you should have rolled a 23, then we'd be 10 apart from each other.
Oh, sorry.
Just
and
had to disappoint.
Crawl rolled fairly low as well. So it's all you, Zelen. That as you guys pause and you're looking, and there's not that much more of the. When I said about 500-600 feet, Boris, that would really be from the end of the trench, and you're not quite to it. It's pretty close though. You might be like twice that distance, like another 500 feet to the end of the trench, and 500 from there to the actual opening of the gate itself.
Okay.
That you are aware now that there is talking, there's movements, and do a nature check and just see how you can interpret what's happening
8.
there. That you think that it sounds being carried by the wind, so it's not like it's
Oh,
right
okay.
next to you, but you are hearing what sounds like bugbear talk, as well as the occasional word like in like a gruff, guttural language that you would probably guess is the giant. So things are tightening up down here where this valley is narrowed and flattened out, but they're not in your immediate presence, but there's definitely a lot of beings around.
Can I tell if they're moving? Are they still moving towards the gate?
Why don't you try again in a couple of minutes? If somebody else has something else to do, we'll do that first to
Oh,
see if you
okay.
can track.
So I'm going to share that. It's not just giants out there. We've got bugbears out there as well.
We said like the trench came to an end, right? So we're just kind of walking back in this kind of valley area, or how
No,
we just kind of
we're
You're
stopped?
still in the
trench.
trench. You're
Okay.
still in the trench. You're walking down. So we'll assume that just in the
You can
last
go
couple
walk
of
out in the
minutes
valley.
that you've proceeded forward enough that you're getting closer to the very end of the trench. There's still
Gotcha.
cover, not as much, and without any kind of a roll, you do see way off to the west. That'd be your right-hand side. You can see one of the dragon wormlings. It's probably about at 100 feet and probably a good quarter of a mile away, and it's just flying as though it's looking for food or it's on patrol.
Yeah, I think we
But
should
there's
keep...
a lot of activity in this end of the
Stay
valley.
in cover.
Yeah, well, one, stay in cover, and two, keep an eye out, especially on that, so we know how many of those there are.
Yeah. So, but also I'll, trying to stay in cover, but looking out that way, can I see tracks of anything that may have already come through the area, confirming?
Why don't you roll right there to see if anything's come close to this end of the trench?
Is this my favorite terrain? Are we in
It is
forested
still,
area?
yeah.
Awesome. 25.
Yeah, somebody must have come near the edge of the trench, and I can think of only one reason. You're very careful
are we
about your
standing in-
handhold. Yeah, so somebody was peeing right there earlier today before you walked down, then they walked away again.
Thanks.
this grass all wet? Why does it taste bad?
What's that foamy creature-looking thing on the ground? Don't inspect it too closely.
Gross.
I rolled a 25, and I get told I'm kneeling in piss. So
Well, if you want to play it that way, I was saying that it's close by. You had,
Okay.
you had to watch and be careful where you stand.
getting
Okay.
into it was your
Yeah,
volunteering there, bud.
that was you.
you said it first.
Either way.
I said eating it, not kneeling in it.
So what are you doing with the knowledge, Jacob?
Based on the smell, do I recognize race?
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know.
Is the
Um,
foamy area
how much
I don't know, I
like
rolled
pea
a
the
study
massive-
have you done?
I rolled a 25. I feel like I would know a little bit about it.
You would think probably that this individual doesn't drink enough water, that they have a high protein
I
diet.
wonder though if you really could tell, like splashing-ish.
I mean, that's one of the things that like hunters will use. Like they'll put urine on themselves to mask their own scent just to blend in with their own animals.
Yeah,
Sure.
but
Yeah,
that's
all
against
true.
things with the scent quality.
Well, I'm trying to differentiate bugbear versus hill
Giant.
giant.
Yeah,
and
no,
I,
it's
I'm
a
not sure how much
volume.
you'd get out
Does
of
it
that.
smell human?
Wow.
What?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's all
Victor
reasonable.
would not shame you for whatever you're getting into here, but as Boris and a paladin, shame.
No.
but
Is everyone at this
I-
table going to tell me they do not know what human urine smells like?
Well,
not to differentiate it from any
if they
other
ate asparagus,
urine.
but that's entirely a different situation.
So,
But really, truly, if you think about somebody who would be 10 feet tall peeing as opposed to somebody being 6 feet tall
Look
peeing,
at the erosion
you
of the
would
dirt where it hit.
Right. I mean,
and
really, you would think that would,
volume of area moistened.
like the splash
You guys
effect.
are bringing out different things, and I'm just saying, does it smell non-human? Because I know what
well,
human
let's answer
urine
the question
smells
and
like.
move on. You suspect from not just the odor, but also from all this other data that I never thought would be part of today's game,
Welcome.
that you think this
listeners, I
probably
am so
came
sorry.
from a hill giant.
Okay.
Got it. All right. So that means hill giants are going to come really close to the opening of this cave. So perhaps this trench rather.
Yeah.
So perhaps
We're
we should
missing a
back up.
ceiling for a cave.
Yeah. Perhaps we should.
And they've been
well,
here as recently as
Lure away.
a few hours ago.
Yeah, we need something to lure them away.
Oh yeah. that's a
I
good
vote
idea.
we stick with our traditional method and just ignite
light things
everything.
on fire.
Okay, yeah, but if we set them on fire, they're going to know that we're here.
Not them, something else.
Oh,
like
Got it.
A forest.
trees. Yeah,
Yeah, Zelen. We're calling on your speciality.
All right.
I'm the Lorax.
Wait, are
I
you gonna
speak
start
for the
burning-
trees,
wait,
and the
wait,
trees
wait.
say burn.
Are you guys going to light a fire like about where you are right now, like in
No.
proximity to?
No,
I
I
mean-
think luring them away is a good idea.
Yeah, so
But let's
like,
move back up the trench some.
Yeah,
because,
head back up the trench and
Yeah.
maybe like half a mile out from it, so that way we're not luring them back to our route out.
I wonder if giant pea is flammable, so just scrape some of that into a jar. I'm kidding.
So yeah. Okay. So we'll turn around. Move
I know you
back up.
said you're kidding, but I don't believe you.
We'll move back up the trench.
When I produce the jar later.
Um,
And yeah.
But we what we want to I really like that idea, but if we set some sort of a big fire, they're definitely going to be looking for who or what started the fire. So it
Yeah.
kind of puts us in a bad situation.
but that's the risk. It's a worse situation trying to go through
we
it
could
with
try
them
and,
here.
we could try and get out of there, but
Well, wait. What if I cast Longstrider, which is the speed spell that we used before when we were
Oh,
fighting the
yeah.
lizards, and then
yeah, we have a good a
How
good
many people
path
does that
out.
affect?
I think it was
many.
it was
As
it was
many as the
one
plot needs.
it was
It's-
plot it
It's an
affects plot people.
action. Let's see. When I cast a spell at a second level or higher, I can target one additional creature for each slot above first level.
Okay,
So
well,
it sounds like you need to spend
So
a second
that's
level slot in a first level slot.
Two.
Okay.
And then I exactly. I could
Okay.
cast it a second level, and that'll cover two of us. I could cast it, and then I could do it again, and I would be the same, and I could save because I could save my animal change, or I could just change into an animal. But I can only do that twice a day.
My,
so
my thought with the animal change is, what is its tactical advantage? That if, we were getting in a fight and it's a great thing, yeah, sure, we'd want to save that. But I think your best, damage output is with your second level spell slots. So the fewer of those we spend, if you've got an alternative, I'd say go with the alternative.
So, but you're doing this for the three of you?
yeah,
Or the
I could cast Longstrider on the
for
three
all-
of them and turn myself into a.
Yeah,
You
because
would- a
a
deer,
deer.
deer
a
just
lot
move a
of
little
days have
slower.
gone by where you haven't used your animal change, but you always want to use your spells.
Yeah.
So I think using your animal change and just
Once you can turn
Thinking.
into an elephant or a grizzly bear or whatever, then yeah, no, it's a much more valuable resource.
or something that can
but-
fly.
And so as you guys are planning
fair.
Boris, you had said go back maybe a mile back up the trench?
Yeah,
Yeah, but this
heading-
is our main path. So
Right, yeah, a mile. I think I said a mile up the trench, then half a mile to another mile
Okay.
off of the trench. So
Okay,
that way
gotcha.
we're behind their lines, in between kind of a couple waves of them.
Jacob, roll a survival to see if a mile back, you're kind of picturing a mile back, that you have a memory of what might be along the one side of the, not the downhill side of the trench, but the uphill side of the trench with
15. Oh god, 15.
he was suddenly very cold. You're picturing somewhere in proximity to a mile. It might have been a little less or a little more than a mile. That way inland, so west of you, that you can recall there was a pretty good size growth of trees back in that direction.
Okay.
So yeah, you're thinking that could be something that could work for you.
Yeah, and then the other thing about, just being a, what's it called? What's my class? Ranger. Being a ranger is just the whole...
Bow guy.
Yeah, bowman. Okay. No, I can, with my whole group, so long as we've been in my favorite terrain for at least an hour, I'm trying to say it off the top of my head, but I don't remember. I can't find it. Anyway, right. Yeah, we can move at our top speed through even, I think it was even difficult terrain. And so, like, we wouldn't even have any sort of
stealth.
That is a great question. I feel like I should look it up so I can tell you exactly what it says. There it is. You can move stealthily at normal pace while alone.
Okay.
But
curse you wizards and your caveats.
I can find twice as much food while foraging and tracking creatures, so I learn the exact number of sizes and how long ago they passed through the area. Not just that they pissed on me this morning.
So you suddenly realized that you were not as hungry on this entire adventure as what you thought you were.
Nice. Yeah, because we had twice as much food.
All right, so
there it is. While traveling for an hour or more in your chosen terrain, difficult terrain does not slow your group's travel, and your group cannot become lost except by magical means.
Nice.
I'm thinking that I will change myself into a spider because then I can just like jump on Jacob.
Okay, ride on one of us.
And then, I can just
jump. Move very slowly.
And then that way, we stay together because as an animal, it'd be easy for me to outpace you potentially, even with Longstrider.
Or get separated, yeah.
Or get separated. So I'm going to cast Speed of Uko on the two of you if you're both willing. Yeah. And then also Kroll, I'm assuming she's willing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to change myself.
Asking for like willing participants.
You're welcome. And then I'm going to change myself into a spider and I'm going to run up and sit on Jacob's shoulder.
All right. Nice. Why do I have to ride with a spider?
And I'm going to occasionally crawl on your face just to freak you out.
Great.
Wow. So you take off running. And I guess I'm picturing Jacob out in the lead because he's looking for the spot where he's picturing what's now off to your left-hand side.
Yeah.
Where the tips of those trees you saw from in the trench yesterday? No, I guess this morning. And that that was yesterday.
A mile back?
Yeah.
That'd be...
Yeah, that would have been this morning.
Just this morning, right. That you're running back, so you're waiting for that spot where you think, that's where we're going to, jump over the edge of this and turn back in. So I think by the spell and the distance, it's going to be minutes, like 6 or 7, something like that.
And then as soon as we get to that area, we're going to, when I look off to the left-hand side, we're going to be cutting back through the area where all those giants and bugbears, if she shared that information and we know bugbears.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, have been moving through, so we know that we're going to want to pick kind of the best route through there.
If all has moved the way that you're suspecting it would have, that the people, the beings that were moving down through from the quarry through the course of the day, yesterday and today, that they should all be way further south of you now, that running back up this trench and then moving at an angle that's roughly in the direction toward the quarry, that you should be behind all of them. Perfect. There could be a straggler somewhere else, and I'm going to roll for an encounter. But it should be pretty clear from that point. But once you guys come up over the lip where you're about to, everyone do a perception check just to see what you're aware of sense-wise.
11.
13.
Unnatural 20.
Oh.
But I can't talk to you because I'm a spider.
What about Kroll get?
Could you spell things out in the web?
A 12.
I could, like Charlotte.
What was the highest one? Those 12 for Kroll.
13's the highest.
Yeah, I mean, those who can talk, yeah. So you realize that Zelen has something to say because she actually stings. Yeah, she stings Jacob on the neck or something. But in that moment, you don't hear anything. You don't smell anything untoward. It just seems normal that as far as you can tell, there are no foes in the area.
Okay.
Looks clear.
Yeah,
Oh, this is at the edge of the trench, and now we're moving in?
Yeah, so you're now up over the edge of the trench. You're on, like, level terrain, and you're now moving, generally northwest.
But fast.
In the direction of the quarry and faster than you would normally.
Speed is our best cover.
All right.
So taking the most direct route, because even if it's difficult terrain, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
And yes, that all works just fine.
Nice.
You get into this up to this copse of pine trees, and there's a fair amount of them that are living. There's a bunch that are dead, as is typical in a big thing of pines. But you're thinking pine, needles, resin, twigs. This is just a place ready to go up.
All right.
Everyone roll yet another perception, but do this one with advantage.
Good. I needed that.
Because you've been so primed for it.
I rolled a natural 20, giving me a 27.
Still a spider, though.
I can speak, and I have a 21.
I can speak, and I have a 23.
I just wanted credit.
And Kroll has a 21 as well.
Dang.
And she can also speak. So the whole party, as you're moving that way, this happens almost at the same time. you are watching a pine tree die
Oh.
as you're looking at it.
He's here. Light
And
it fast.
As you're doing just that, this pine tree that's dying, it's a large one. Like the actual size of the trunk could fit the width of a man's shoulders. That you see what looks like about 15 feet up, horns.
I get out the tinderbox and start trying to light it as them horns are forming because I know that's a bad omen.
It's actually just the opposite as you're looking at it, Boris. You see the horns themselves drop off. They look more like branches as they're dropping. They fall off to the ground, and the tree continues to its death.
So he just withdrew.
He just
from here.
jumped. Yeah.
Okay.
This bait just got even better.
Let's start with that tree because it looks primed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like necromantic and it's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, Zelen, and I just like toss her into the dirt. Just like, become a person.
Why?
Because you can't cast spells as a spider, I'm pretty sure.
Why can't you just use normal stuff? Why does it have to be produce flame? Because I can only change. I can only change into an animal twice.
Okay, yeah, I was getting out my tinderbox. And
Yeah.
I guess I pick her back
So,
up.
yeah.
I throw her on the ground and says, we're here.
While you're holding her in your hand, she turns into a human. You go.
All right, yeah, no, I'll get out my tinderbox too and start lighting fires in some other places.
And
Tell
crawl
Kroll
as
to do the
well.
same.
It wouldn't take much time. It's like the area itself is tinder like pine that way, and it starts to go. And it starts. So you've lit 3 different fires in 3 different locations, and then you move, and in the next minute you do 3 more. So within a couple of minutes, you have 6 different points of fire burning, each one near the base of a dead tree.
This is gonna be our biggest yet.
Somebody call 911.
Let's get out of here before we succumb to the
This will
smoke.
be our
Yeah,
biggest one
yeah.
yet. Like everyone's like, yeah.
Oh, like Marv and Harry from the Home Alone. We're just trying to come up with our title. We're the fire bandits.
And
But we
then
don't steal though.
taking the same route back.
We're just arsonists.
Yeah, we don't steal from living people.
taking the same route back.
Yes.
It's archaeology if they're
All right.
dead.
So you would move probably about between a half and 3/4 of a mile to get to that copse of trees.
Okay.
So moving back at speed this way, it's going to take you just like 4 minutes, something like that, maybe 5 minutes, with game numbers.
Right on.
And then you're back to the trench. Go ahead and roll that perception as you get back to the trench again. I would imagine when you get to that point of transition.
With advantage again?
No, that was just for
yeah.
you
The
guys
one
are-
thing.
That thing, yeah, there at the.
My perception's just not been good today.
Okay.
15.
9.
Yeah, 15 wins. So, Boris, it looks all clear to you.
All clear.
Nothing's deterring that. So everybody's like, sliding down, jumping down into the trench, and then you're moving at speed back through the trench again. And I think it's at like 6 or 7 minutes. You find yourself getting back into the area where you were before, and you're already aware a couple of things. As you're moving at this fast pace, you can see there are green dragon wormlings that are flying about, like moving in a direct line in the direction of where the fire is.
What are numbers
Good,
like?
because we forgot to keep an eye on those.
And then some of them are flying back. So there's been 3 you've seen pretty regularly, but you can't tell how many are in proximity to the area at the end of the trench where the gate is, and how many might be off somewhere else too.
Let's just operate under the assumption that there's 3 at the gate until proven otherwise.
But shouldn't we, while we're still fast, you want to just make a run for the gate?
Yeah, I was about to say, let's go right now. We don't need to wait because we set the fire close to like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We know this.
Yeah, and we've got an hour worth of spells, so let's
Right,
just
yeah.
dart.
Agreed. Do you?
Yeah. So that's been, let me think, like about 7, 14.
I've been using
another
spider
5.
sign language to
So
communicate
you're somewhere
this.
about 20 minutes total by the time you get back in proximity to the
Yeah.
gate.
We have an
So yeah,
hour.
we're about a third of the way through.
Oh, I take it
your
back. I
spell.
left off 5. So say 25 minutes or so.
Okay.
So yeah, you still
Yeah,
have more than
close
half
to
of
half
the
then,
of the spell left itself.
Okay,
So
yeah.
as you're getting down toward that end of it too, with the perception rolls that were already made, and you're so primed for it too, it does look as though that you're seeing bugbears. You're like running, and you're seeing just flashes of them through the trees at a distance. It looks like bugbears are moving back up the valley in the direction of the quarry.
Sounds giants.
Any
So roll that as a specific. Do that as an investigation
Any
instead
quick
of a.
The same
glance?
bonus as perception.
Any quick glance we can make at the bugbears, see if we can notice
17.
any owl feathers on them.
Go ahead. That'd be a very high DC. With your 17, yes, you can tell
Nice
that
fumble.
the way that something's been organizing them, that it actually looks like there is, for a number of these little knots of bugbears, Boris, there's been a hill giant with those knots of bugbears.
Oh, okay.
Something's already organizing them right now.
Yeah, they've got a tank with their infantry units. Fair.
Infantry.
And you said a very high DC.
Yeah.
Can I offer you a 7?
You may offer. So
3, take
yeah,
it or leave it.
They're far enough away, Jacob, and just seeing flashes of them intermittently through the trees that you couldn't pick up any kind of a symbol, of any owl feathers or anything like that. But you guys do move down to the end of the trench. You're at the very extreme point of that trench. The gate is just about 500 feet away, and there is, in that area, there's been pine trees all through this area. You see a person emerging from one of those pine trees.
Do horns drop off of it?
The horns are on the tree.
Jacob, shoot him.
Oh, okay. Is he close enough to take a shot?
Well, at 500 feet, I think a longbow range is 1,000.
I think I just have a short bow. Oh, I do have a longbow. Never mind.
Yeah.
Range is 600 feet. I'm at disadvantage, though, if it's further than 150.
Okay, so roll it at disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, that was a good one.
Get a second good one.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
As you launch that arrow in that direction, yeah, it hits. It hits this guy.
Okay.
And the guy just turns and looks in your direction. You're wondering what that's all
Still
about.
roll your damage, though.
Yeah, good roll the damage.
10 damage.
And he doesn't seem to be in any way perturbed by this, but he does pick up his pace, and he is now moving from that pine tree up to the gate itself.
Did the arrow stick in him or just go through him?
It looks like it's stuck in him.
Okay.
Good.
Now, as you're watching all of that happen,
How sure is he in his movements?
it looks like as he's looking over his shoulder in the direction of just kind of out into the valley. He's not pinpointing all of you. He looks like he is maybe a little less stable than he would have been otherwise, but between the arrow, but also maybe a little thrown off balance by what's happening right now.
Okay.
And then in the next moment, call it the next round, one of the green dragon wormlings flies up and lands adjacent to him. Right about the same time, the two of them are going up into, that is through like the open cave mouth of the Gate of Ages.
Well, I think we're in pursuit.
And then flying over and near that is another one coming down.
Oh,
He's
wow.
running from
So there's
us.
two
This
of them.
feels pretty cool, guys.
Yeah, right.
There's
two dragons.
One's
rolling
attacking
right
us,
now.
one's escorting our
Roll
target.
your nits.
All right.
Yeah. And
Time for fight.
it makes sense. I said it in my head, but I didn't really vocalize it. But I didn't fire an owl arrow at the guy that was like 500 plus feet away.
Right,
Because
yeah.
I wouldn't get that one back.
Well, you would have had just.
Am I allowed to change out of spider form before rolling a nits, or is that my first move?
Oh, I don't know what kind of action it is.
I will
you
happily answer
Yeah,
yes,
so-
but it's not my
Go-
Go
opinion.
ahead and read it. See, I thought it took an action, like it was an action for you to change. But double check that because I'm not positive.
Okay.
I got a 17.
I got a 14.
Ooh. And
Change during an action, change back with a bonus action. Yay, it's a
Oh
bonus.
yeah, bonus action. Perfect.
Bonus
Nice. So you go bing and then cast spells.
Which means you
with
can't
things.
cast Shillelagh.
So Kroll rolled an 18, and with her dex, she is at an unnatural 20.
Good on
Hashtag.
her.
Oh, wait.
I'm at,
Can I
don't
do
you-
the
what?
amulet thing? Is that a bonus?
Not as a
no, that's an
spider.
action.
oh,
I'm a person now again.
Well,
you
will
on
be
your
a
turn.
person
On
on
your
your
net.
turn.
On your net, yeah. So, but she's at 20. Boris, where are you?
14.
Okay, and Jacob?
17.
Okay, so Jacob 17, Boris, we say 14.
Yes, sir.
And where are you, Zelen?
15.
15. All right.
I wish everything was a bonus action.
Well,
Well, you
still
still
on
only
your-
get one.
Yeah.
Free
So,
action.
Yeah,
Free
it's
action is what
it's
you
a
want.
bonus action on your turn to change back,
Troll's rolling numbers.
or rather, the dragon is.
Oh, yeah. We have to fight a thing to be rolling initiative.
Yeah, right.
All right, so Kroll is up first, but you guys are just running at this point. Somebody said, let's just run and try to get to them.
Yeah.
The dragon is up overhead and flying down.
Yeah, I
so,
think we're being engaged by the dragon. So
Why do we
handle
hear
that
swooping?
first? Yeah.
it's going to be a point. We're going to keep these in nits, but it's going to be like we're running up. I just want to get this order that we're running up on this round. The next round is you're getting up close. Yes. So, unless you have anything else in the interim, you're doing like in the prep as you're closing, as you're closing in that direction. We're going to go with Kroll attacking the dragon as the dragon comes down into close to that area.
Okay.
Bonus action to cast Wrathful Smite and action to. Actually, no, I'm going to save the big thing.
Okay.
So yeah, casting Wrathful Smite.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
I don't want to change into me because I don't have Longstrider. So if I change back into a human, they're going to outpace me. So I got to stay as a spider on Jacob until we hit into the cave.
Oh.
Or until you
Because
get.
we're
we do-
running across.
We're fighting this dragon first. You want to stay out of combat with the dragon. So I'd say make the change now and cast a spell.
Yeah, because as soon as we actually start fighting, then you change back in.
So, wait.
For this first round, we're still running, so you're probably still on my shoulder as we're running.
Yeah.
Or
and
about
then-
halfway through the run, you're
drop
leaping off as a spider and changing back. So that way you're not in the middle of the fight.
As you're changing back midair, grab a dart, throw it,
Yeah. Oh,
hits it right in the
question.
That
jugular,
would be
and
cool
just
looking. You
takes
drop
it
off
down.
his shoulder. and you-
Speaking of things like that, Archer Man, shoot it.
Well, yeah, but if we're double moving this entire time, it would make no sense for me to trail back behind just so I can take off some shots.
It's moving to engage with us.
Mhm.
It'll fight us wherever we are.
Yeah, but I still want to stay up with the party. So if we're all double moving, even me firing a shot would have me.
I'm
lag
double
behind.
moving at it.
Oh. Then yes, I won't double move. I will take a single move and then fire a shot in that first round if you'll let me. If I have line of sight on it.
Kroll just rolled its attack, and that was a spear attack and missed the dragon.
Okay.
Jacob, you are up.
Yay. Not owl fletched. Unnatural 20.
Hits.
Nice.
Well done.
Is it below its hit point maximum by any chance?
No.
Bonus action marking it as my quarry. I'm not used to having spells.
Yeah, right.
Oh, hold on. Let me look up that one because I haven't cast it in a while.
It's
Is it a D6? It's
yeah,
a
it's
D6.
an additional
Okay.
D6.
So D6 and a D8. Ooh, almost max damage.
Oh,
18.
Nice.
nice hit.
Thanks.
Doing math.
Math. Not
Yeah.
even once.
Math cinemathonwy. Zelen and the dragon. So
Yeah, so you chose to ride with me, so we actually stopped a little bit further back, which is good because neither of us should be in the fight.
Yeah. So
Bonus action.
can I hold my action?
You can delay and go later in the round constantly, or you can
what do you-
set a specific thing to happen.
I still don't think that I want to change back into a person because I cannot keep up with you guys as we finish the run to the cave.
Yeah, we're almost to the cave.
yeah.
We're only a few hundred feet away
And
from it.
It's not that we have to move our maximum speed at all times. We can choose how far we move.
Oh.
We can set our pace to you.
We're all the way back almost at the gate.
That's not an issue.
All right. So then I am.
The current issue is the hostile.
I'm going to do a bonus action and leap off and do a twirly and land on the ground as myself.
The hell's a twirly?
Donate to us on Subscribestar, and we will start to record our episodes video and post them on there because you
Yeah,
deserve
right.
to see what just happened.
No
because
kidding, but we
there
need
was
to
a
buy the
twirly
cameras.
at the end of the table.
It was a she stood up and exactly did what Zelen was probably doing.
twirly.
Yeah,
Now,
no.
at the
I
same
didn't know you
time,
had that kind of gymnastic capability.
the two that were moving up. So Jacob, you did a half move, then stopped, and you're shooting an arrow.
I did a full movement and then instead of doing like a double move like for the
right
action.
So, but Boris and Krull are up there. I need you to make a save because this thing is breathing gas on you.
Are we still going through with what Zelen's doing? She just changed back. She
That was
still
just
got
a
her
bonus
action.
action.
I still that was a bonus
Yeah,
action.
but they're both at the same exact same
gotcha.
round.
Oh, okay. I see.
Constitution saving throw,
Yeah,
you said?
Constitution save.
Okay.
And it looks like
It's a good thing we stopped back, otherwise we'd be making this roll too.
Yeah. Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
made it. So you're taking half damage. It breathes a green cloud on you. Give me a couple sixes, somebody.
Here's one.
Okay.
Oh, geez, that's a
Yeah,
lot of
but-
sixes.
I need one more.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Heavens to-
it's a dragon. They're dangerous.
It's a worm.
Okay, but I rolled.
Wormling.
Wormling. It's a little dragon. They're still dragons.
You take 8 points of damage, making your save, as did Krull.
Nice.
I'm very proud that my D6 was one of the ones that he rolled.
Can I have my D6 back? I need that.
I actually do too for Hunter's Mark. So.
So yours was green, yours was red?
Yep.
Okay, yours was purple,
Purple and blue.
Okay. All right. That was the dragon at its round, and with that, it has come like to a hovering position where it could engage either with its breath weapon or in direct melee combat.
How high is it hovering off the ground?
Close enough
it's-
in melee reach.
It's just like a couple of feet off the ground.
Awesome.
And then Zelen, the rest of your round.
So would a fog cloud, if I cast a fog cloud,
Attack
would
it.
that interrupt the poison spell?
No, attack
No.
it.
It would give everyone.
All right, I'm
Like,
gonna.
no one could see.
Are dragons immune to fire?
You have to just play and find out.
It's not.
I'm gonna
Attack
throw.
it.
I'm gonna throw fire.
Okay. Roll it.
Do it.
Push.
That's an 18 plus something.
Your spell attack bonus.
5.
I thought it was
No,
was
it's
6.
7.
Did it go
It's
up?
7.
Yeah, 25.
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a 25.
5
Her,
plus proficiency.
Yeah,
her
you
wisdom
hit.
is the thing. Yeah.
Your natural 18 actually hit its armor class.
Yeah, so then you're rolling
well
a
done.
D8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
I am?
That's a D8, yeah.
That's where the 5 comes in.
No, it's not the spellcasting
Oh,
modifier.
no,
it's
there's
just
no
the D8.
pluses on
It's
it.
just a D8.
2 points damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no plus on that one.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of something.
But don't worry. When you start burning down forests for a living, you'll have fireball.
Yeah, right?
I have fireball now.
Firebolt.
No.
Oh, firebolt.
Boris, you're up.
All right. I am.
You have fireball. Why are we not?
You had
using-
prepared.
Well, I had already cast Wrathful Smite. It's a bonus action. I'm moved into melee and attacking it. With that's a 14 versus armor class.
Misses.
Ooh.
And then next round, Crawl at
All right.
20 is attacking. And Crawl makes a lunge with a spear and misses.
Oh, come on, girl.
Jacob at 17.
I will knock a owl arrow.
Okay.
Actually, how far are we from it?
At this point, you're probably you are about 100 feet from it.
Okay, then I will step up a move action 30 feet closer, just so I'm 70 feet away, firing an owl arrow at it. Ooh, for a 25
Hits.
to hit. Yeah. And now it is below its hit point maximum.
It is.
Lovely.
I hate that.
Oh my god. One away from
one
max
off of
again.
max.
Wow.
But this time the max was on the 8, so that's 8, 16, 21, 26 points of damage.
Wow. Yeah, it definitely felt that. That that made a thwack heard round the world
And you have advantage on your next attack against it.
because of the owl era.
okay.
All right, and that's now its round. It's feeling in a desperate way, the things that are around right here. So instead of like just doing a direct melee attack, I think it would do its knee jerk, and that is, recharge 5, 6.
Every round you roll a 6-sider. On a 5 or 6, it gets the thing back.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to try my recharge to see if I can roll a 5 or 6 on that.
Maybe a 4,
and I know I'll roll.
It's going to be a 4.
It's a 1, yeah. So
Even
he doesn't
better.
get it. All right, so then he's launching himself into attack against either Boris or Crawl, and
You're very worried about Crawl.
this is Boris.
Oh, Natalie just sighed relief.
No.
Poor Crawl. Armor class.
18.
And he's gonna roll a. Damn it! He's going
The
with
die
advantage.
actually says damn it on it.
Yeah, he missed.
Okay. Is he within 30 feet of me?
No,
No, you were 100 feet away. You were where I was.
What was that second attack roll?
that was nothing. I just rolled a number because I wanted to roll a number. But Zelen, what are you doing?
I'm going to throw a dart.
How far
What's your
away
range
are
on
you?
that?
range?
No.
You might want to.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Because it's way far away.
Okay. Well, then I won't throw a dart because I have no idea how far away it is. So
You're
I'm
100 feet away.
No, I mean, I don't know what my range is.
Oh.
So I'm going to do produce flame and throw flame at it again. And that's a 20.
You're attacking with advantage because of the owl arrow.
So you might get a 20. Natural
Nope.
20? Uh-huh.
24.
But what's the range on that spell then? It must give you that in the spell, what its increment for range is.
Sheds light. I can hurl it within 30 feet.
Okay, so the last round, it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't do that either then.
Yeah, that.
You're too far away.
You can double move and be within range next round, I think. Or when you charge.
Right at the
or-
end of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So she could move double this time, use a portion of her move, the start of her next round, do her attack action.
Am I
then she can
within
move
60
more.
feet?
You're
No,
you're
about
100 feet away.
out.
You
Okay,
the
so yeah,
closest
there's
you could
really
be is
nothing I
90.
could do.
Apart from-
Oh no, I'm back to a person again.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move to get closer.
So just moving, or are you like running forward, making like what's like a dash?
Yeah, using the dash action lets you get your speed twice. So
I'll
you'd
do
be,
I'll do the dash action.
Okay, so you're dashing
Dash action.
forward. Got it.
so now
Yes,
you're
that's-
40 feet
Yeah,
away.
it's like triple your movement speed, right?
What? No,
I think it's double.
dash is you move instead
Yeah.
of attacking.
Yeah, you use your action to do that, but then you also still get a movement. So don't you get double your movement and then also another move action as your part of your
No.
whole turn?
I thought it was just double.
No, you've got
but
your
you
move
have things
action,
to
which is
check.
30 feet, and then
Mhm.
dash is another 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Dash is
If you're
another move.
if you're
Okay.
if you're a monk,
I thought dash itself was just you moving twice your speed, and that's why it swapped out for an action or just another move. I don't know.
That's how
I
I,
don't know
tend
why
to.
I thought
That's
that.
how I tend to think things. So
I'm the only person at the table who speaks English or
It
something.
made sense to me when I thought it, and honestly,
all right, but Boris, you're up.
Yeah, and taking advantage of the advantage because
Why not?
owl arrow. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. 15 versus armor class.
Misses.
Damn it!
ah,
And Top of the round, Crawl makes a lunging attack once
I'm
again.
glad everybody's having kind of a stupid slap fight.
Yeah, and Crawl also rolls a 7 natural, like 11.
Jacob, you've been hitting consistently.
and
Kill
misses.
the thing.
It's too bad you took my advantage away.
And
Otherwise,
then
I could.
then it's Jacob.
All right, yeah. Another owl arrow.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
26.
Yeah, that 17 is its
'cause
armor
it's
class
flying.
that you rolled natural.
Oh, nice.
Is its armor class.
Oh, not as good. 7, 13, 18 points of damage. Ooh!
Well done.
that single-handed?
That was
That
single-handed. Well done.
Yeah, you pincushioned this thing.
Oh my god.
So it wasn't that far off the ground. It just crunches to the ground. Do perception rolls all around.
Oh, of course, that's where I roll well. Natural 20 for a 22.
Wow.
Yeah, head on a swivel,
12.
Boris. You are aware in a tactical way. There is nothing else out there in the immediate area. Everything seems to have moved in the direction of the fire. You're looking back, and it is a huge column of smoke that's in that area back there.
Area's clear. Let's advance on the gate.
I get my arrows back.
Okay, so that takes a little more time to do, but yes.
We can just
And
break off the arrow and stick it in the pack.
Yeah, I'll just snap it in half and just grab it. Yeah.
and then retrieving the arrow from you get the arrow. Oh, no, wait, that's stuck in him.
Yeah. That's
He left
second.
with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He left with it.
Yeah, Abner's still got
still
got
suddenly
that arrow.
Abner's standing right there, and you go,
He just, thank you, I needed that. But yeah.
and then he runs off again. Exit stage right. Yeah, right. What are you doing here? So the
So
area's
you
clear.
just let us kill your dragon, man?
Lot of smoke.
on?
You're looking through. It's just air. They didn't rush forward to attack. You can see it looks again very much like that thing you killed in the tomb. Very much like that. There's some difference in like coloration in his face. He's wearing a very particular armor, and you're looking through the actual gate opening.
Okay, like into
okay.
the
They're
opening.
just right beyond in it.
Got it.
Okay.
And
I
as-
didn't realize we were that close, that we had already moved up to it.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Missed that transition. We just had a smash cut.
So it's about 50 feet from where you are to the actual, like, the event
Okay, yeah, we're
horizon of the
close.
opening. So it's enough. And there's a dragon wormling right there. Neither of those things tried to approach you, but they're just standing on the other side of that as though waiting for you. And you can see there is some piece of furniture just behind them.
I'll train an arrow on
Is
him.
it a great big throne, perhaps?
It is a great big stone throne.
I move to advance. Single move so I can
Yeah.
cast protection from evil.
And as he's moving, I want to train an arrow on him again and see if I can't get off another shot.
You're right.
Okay,
Oh, good idea.
Regular normal one. If we're only 50 feet away
go
from
ahead
him.
and roll it.
It's not a natural 20.
Are you rolling like a thing today?
I am rolling like a thing today. Yeah.
It's your magical green dice.
Only on my hits, though. All of my skill checks have been garbage.
Doesn't matter.
That's
Hits
okay.
where it counts.
That's
28 to hit.
The arrow right in the middle, like in the event horizon of this massive cave-like opening,
The threshold of
just
the door
comes
for
to a
people who-
stop,
Oh.
And I scream out, "Coward!"
and then it falls. And yeah, everyone knows that arrow was a cowardly arrow.
Wait, no. Him who hides behind the barrier.
Now, as Boris is moving forward, and I'm assuming that Kral and Zell are about to do the same, Jacob, when your arrow drops, you're aware that there are 3 like lumps of something that are also in the area of that event horizon where that arrow came dropping to the ground. You just see it, aware of it, that there's something lying in right there. Is
Okay.
everybody moving forward at this point?
Yes.
After I fire the arrow, I'll move.
All right, so you get up to that event horizon, and again, he's waiting beyond it, not smiling. He's just waiting for what that is, and he's already pulled the arrow out, and he's just holding the thing as though he's like waiting
Like
for
a
you
coward.
to do something. I don't know. That seems kind of nervy to me. But as you get up into,
I'm taunting you from behind an invulnerable barrier. Ha ha ha. I'm brave.
Neener. I hate him so much.
as you move up into that event horizon, each of you are struck by a particular scent. It's like a plant scent for Zelen. Boris, it reminds you of some kind of an incense you would use in a church service. And then for both Kral and for Jacob, well, for Kral, it seems like kind of the outdoors in nature. Jacob, for you, it's like an animal you're tracking. Each one of these scents becomes almost overwhelming to the point that you're actually coming to a stop in this barrier.
Are you guys smelling
of
lavender?
scent.
These illusions. Let's keep going.
Make a note of that one.
Yeah, no, that was the plan. That you'd kill bad guy.
Each one of you need to make a wisdom saving throw to align with this scent to get through, or you're going to be stuck there trying to
16 for an
that
unnatural 20.
Wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
10.
Does that mean when I have a wisdom modifier, I add that onto the roll?
You might be
Yes, it
proficient
does.
in it, though. So there should be an area for your specific saving throws. Because you'll have proficiency in probably 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
If wisdom's one of them, you add your proficiency bonus as well as
I
your
have
wisdom bonus.
saving throw wisdom 7.
Okay. Whoa,
Yeah, so
yeah.
yeah, you add 7 to
Okay.
Whatever you roll.
your d20 for...
All right.
All right. So
And it was.
let me just go around the table because I remember that Boris, you said yours is an unnatural 20.
Correct.
Yeah. So Boris just like he like slows for a moment, then just gets right through it.
Then the important question, did that break my concentration on protection from evil?
I didn't even think about that. So what would I determine to do to see if it did break concentration?
Usually it's a constitution save. It's like DC of 10 or 5 plus damage
Well, it
dealt,
seems like
whichever's higher.
you made it through pretty much without letting it affect you. I feel like if you failed that first check, it would be more reasonable.
Yeah,
but
that
you
makes
seem like it was like,
sense.
and you just kind of
You're
just
like,
kept powering
just keep
through it.
on
Like
going.
Weird, kill bad guy.
Yeah. Either way, you're through.
Okay.
All right.
But
and then
yeah, I
moving
gather
around-
that I'm through. Do I still have the spells? The question I was asking.
yes.
yeah,
Great.
Yes, you do.
Even better.
And Jacob, where'd you say you are?
nice big old 10.
So they'll be aware of you in a moment that you've come to a stop, but you're not aware of it yourself.
Oh.
And well, you know, because you're just stuck in the scent of this, like the memory of it. Zelen, what did you make?
Unnatural 21.
Then and again, Zelen doesn't even pause and goes through. So Zelen, Boris, as you get to the other side and you're fixated, just a peripheral awareness, you realize that half of your group did not make it through that.
Zelen, help them.
And it's a matter of like what you do in that moment.
Can
So,
I touch them? Can I reach back to touch them?
you would have, it would take your action round to go back and do whatever this is you're doing. It wouldn't be like a free action or a bonus action to try to get them.
Okay.
But we're going to roll new inits just so we know where we are and so we know when to make other saving throws.
17.
18.
21.
Oh.
21,
only count to 4.
18, 17.
I roll a high number and get all excited, and then I'm
8.
third.
Sorry for having a plus
Potentially
5 to my
fourth.
initiative.
Yeah, it's...
Who knows? Maybe I'm at minuses because I'm stopping smelling the flowers.
Well, no, you're stopping smelling the animals, apparently.
All right. That someone said smelled like lavender. Yeah.
All right, so we just have a mixed boat of who's going where. I need to put a note down the side of this that Abner is going first. And then
Oh, wow.
it is Zelen. And who is the 18 of you two?
Me.
Jacob, and then Boris, and then the dragon, and then Krull. All right, that's where we are.
Okay.
Abner is first. And I've got to find my page with Abner. Here is
Turn
Abner.
page. What's he going to do?
He is launching an arrow, and he's launching that arrow at. He wants to launch it at Jacob.
Is it the one that I shot him with earlier?
Could be.
I am moving.
I
I've
know,
crossed the
that's-
threshold
that's
and
the
moving
thing.
to engage with him with sword out, ready to hit.
I'm doing what's tantamount to a 60-40. It makes the most sense. You're the 60, but you know,
Screw
just
that
the guy yelling coward and all that kind of stuff. It might be just at Jacob. As,
Oh, if it affected him, I want my vicious mockery damage.
so on this one, a 1 and a 2. He's attacking Jacob.
Oh, God. He's been rolling low today.
Yeah. Rolled a 1. Jake-
am I within melee of him with that continued move?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Tried to impose
Jacob,
damage, disadvantage for you,
what's
bud.
your armor class without any kind of dex adjustment?
Oh, yeah. Armor class with no dex is a big old 14.
All right, let's see how we do.
What armor are you wearing?
Oh, sorry. 12. Because my dexterity is my good one.
Hits you.
That was louder than I thought it was going to
Yeah,
be.
that was real loud.
Make a note to edit that one out.
Or at least turn it down
Turn
a
it
little.
down, yeah.
And I think I just rolled the wrong die. I rolled a d10.
Oh, yeah, no. If my
Yeah,
arrows
no,
did
no.
D10s, I would have dropped that dragon way quicker.
Yeah, right?
You take 7 points of damage.
Dang.
His second arrow,
Where did he get that one?
because he just does.
Just picked it up off the ground.
He
Hey,
he can do 2 longsword attacks or 2 arrow attacks.
Oh.
All right, so second arrow, probably not your own, like the one that's sticking you. I thought you might want that back.
We fighting Sean Connery?
Yeah. Rolls a
Evil
9.
undead monster, yeah.
Rolls a
fair.
19. What's crit on a bow? Is it 19 or 20?
Just a
It's-
20.
Everything's 20 now.
Really? Oh, yeah.
And even then, crossbow was 19 or 20.
I think Scimitar is still one of the 19 or 20 ones.
Yeah.
Another 7 points of damage
Ooh.
for
okay.
those 2.
I'm starting to not like this guy. He's about to get uninvited to my birthday party.
And it looks like...
With a little luck, because
Well, the dragon's way down in the round, so we'll get to that in just a moment.
I think you had the
And
next.
I covered up my thing. The next after Abner was Zelen at 21.
So can I hold my breath, reach in, and grab Jacob?
You could certainly hold your breath, and you could certainly grab a hold of him, without rolling it to hit or anything like that.
My goal is to grab him, shake him,
pull him through
hit
the
him,
threshold.
pull his whatever I need to do to wake him out of it and get him out of the pull him
I'd say
through the
trying-
Just
threshold.
make it like a
threshold.
strength check.
Just your
Strength
strength.
It's like a
modifier.
strength save. It's going to be your strength modifier add on to the number you just rolled.
A 10.
Yeah, that would be enough just to pull him forward over that. It's like passing through a membrane. It wasn't like there was a depth you're going through. It was an effect right
So
there.
is that my move? So can I do something else?
It depends upon the something else. So you name
I
want to
use my amulet to give him some extra points.
Temporary hit
What are those
points.
Oh,
things
temporary hit
called that
points,
make
yeah.
people live? Yes.
Wasn't that described in the thing? If that was a
Drugs?
bonus action or a free action,
It's an action.
It's an action. So that's gonna be your next round.
Okay.
Oh, but that okay.
Yeah,
Right.
all
No
that
worries.
was around.
All right.
So I
All
guess
right, so-
moving to me, grabbing me, and pulling me out of it was
Was
your
Okay,
goal.
yeah.
That's all I get.
So Jacob, you're next at 18. So instead of making that save to get through, you are through. That once you're through it, that was that.
And my chest hurts in two places.
Yeah, you're like, ow.
I see
my
sprouted
arrow.
some weird thin limbs.
he threw my arrow back to me. Thank you.
But
Pop his arrow back out and shoot it at him.
so yeah, and I'm not. I wasn't coherent enough to be able to see what happened when he fired those arrows. Like if I fired one at him again, it would probably still just hit whatever this invisible barrier is.
You're through the
You're
barrier.
through the barrier.
Oh,
barrier's
so the
the thing
aerial
that's
I
not-
fired is
that's what-
behind me.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought when I fired one at him, I thought it was like just like right in front of him. It like hit something and
Oh,
dropped
no,
to the ground.
No,
oh.
it was in between.
Well, he's
Yeah,
still a
but-
coward. I will fire. I will fire a owl-fletched feather at him. Dang it!
All right, so roll it to hit on that feather.
Yeah, and
Tickling
it's going
damage.
It must be that one you broke off the end of that other arrow.
Yeah. Oh! The feather hit. 29 versus armor class.
Yeah, so very, very nice.
That is double damage dice. Does he happen to be below his hit
Use
point
your
max?
bonus action
I
to
thought
mark
that
him.
crits didn't work against
It's double
undead
3.5
things.
3.5, yeah.
is
Yeah.
So
So
screw
wait a minute,
you
he
and your
would
weird
be
addition.
below the double because he got hit by the arrow before, unless it didn't do any damage. to him at all.
And use your bonus action to mark him.
When he came out of the tree, I hit him with an arrow. He's below his hit point maximum. Bonus action casting my other use of Hunter's Mark.
No, you're just transferring it to him. You're not recasting
Oh,
it.
that's right. It's a bonus action to transfer.
Yes.
I'm rolling 4 dice right now. Those are very low numbers.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
5, 10, 11, 16 points of damage. That could have been so much better.
But he doesn't appreciate it. But at the same time, that was
That felt so
Say
good.
the amount of damage you did again.
What did I say? 16?
Yep.
Okay, got it. All right, so math is done, and the next person up is Boris.
All right, moving into melee.
Okay, so moved and closed.
And enjoy your advantage.
Yeah, right. All right, so 24 versus armor class.
Yeah, that's a definite hit.
Spending spell slot for a divine smite. Can I get your d8s, please? I think I might need one more because he is an undead thing. Yes.
He is.
Yeah, it's 2d8 then plus another d8. Alrighty, so we've got 14 physical and 16 radiant on him.
Wow, 30 points of damage just now?
Yes, sir.
Love
Gee
it.
whiz.
Nope.
And I thought I made my monsters even bigger. They're still not big enough.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so quick, not a perception roll, but your perception, just passively. Jacob, you're aware that you would have expected your arrow to have done more to him than what it actually did. And you're thinking, it must be that weird kind of studded leather armor he's wearing is just kind of like holding the bits inside until that Arngolian sword smacks him. And you're like, oh, yeah, that did all kinds of damage
I even
to him.
thought about running up and
Uko.
I even thought about running up and smacking him with a new magical sword.
Yes, yes.
So that's where that is right now. And that was Boris at 17. Now it's the dragon who is going to do his breath weapon because things are already that bad. So moving forward, get an idea of it. So Boris is right up on where his master is. Krull has also moved up. So again, it's Boris and Krull.
Wait, I thought Krull was
Krull's
trapped.
stuck. That's right.
Yeah.
Krull's stuck.
No one's fished out
And
Krull
no one's
yet.
fished Krull out.
Whoops.
So when I get down to her init at 8, she's attempting to make a saving
So long
throw.
as she's not being targeted,
So
she's going to stay
Zelen,
alive through this combat.
You're right.
15 feet. No, both Zelen and Jacob are just outside of the 15-foot area. So Boris.
Sorry, Boris.
it's
But he is
just-
catching Abner in the
just
blast
you.
then if he's getting me.
Yeah, that's okay. Go ahead.
It's a Constitution save.
Con save, yes, sir.
Okay. How's a 16?
16 is really good.
Yay.
Hey.
Let me go down and find it.
Good enough.
Yeah, so you're taking half damage.
Is the dragon again?
Yeah.
Yeah, the breath weapon.
So that would be 11 points of damage.
Oh, wow.
That was
wow.
half
Yeah.
damage was 11.
Dang.
Yikes.
Yeah, I rolled really, really well.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did too.
Yeah, that's right. What would that have done to you if you had failed your save?
I would have taken 22 and I'd be at 15.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually rounded the half point down on the damage because it would have been,
I would have been at 14.
yeah. So I heard you one definitely. That's
Yeah,
the dragon at its round. And then Krull at 8 is attempting a saving throw.
Come on, Krull.
To
Get
out
yourself,
of this thing.
get
This is
yourself
a
together.
wisdom save. Her wisdom modifier is +0.
Oh.
So it's going to be a natural. No, and Krull says, "I'm out of this fight," and stays just where she is.
Well,
top
there
of the
goes my
round.
extra hit points.
Hey,
Oh wow!
hey, she's not going to die. Presumably.
Unless we do.
Oh, yeah. Which, then we have bigger problems.
Yeah.
All right, so Abner is dropping bows, arrows, and is pulling swords
All
and
right.
attacking with swords instead.
For whatever reason, I thought when he said he launches an arrow at you, I didn't picture him holding a bow. I thought he was just magically casting a thing and then
It's
arrows
like
for
throwing
flying
it-
at
oh,
me.
No, it's
Yeah,
Bow makes a lot more
so
sense.
David, you're going to need to mark this time while I look stuff up.
I hate how low I rolled on that. Love
10 or
lovely
half the
critical.
damage you take, whichever's higher. So I need to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Is the dragon flying?
No,
So it's just perched somewhere?
it's just resting.
It's
Okay,
sitting
yeah.
on the ground?
I make my concentration saving throw.
So your spell is
Yeah, so
remaining
I've
active.
maintained my protection from evil, and he is at disadvantage.
Okay,
against,
so-
with attacks
All
against
right,
me.
so after roll twice, man, you think could I just like put both of the bad rolls on one sword and both the good rolls on a different sword?
Nope.
All right, so but just moderate.
Well,
so
if
at
the-
18.
If you
so-
want to do it that way, if they're both bad, you take them both.
And do you want to just roll 2 d20s at the same time? That way,
yeah,
it'll,
they'll
yeah,
definitely
cut down on a little
expedite
bit.
that exactly. So first swing is a 17 and a 12, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is a 16 was the best he pulled out of that. So I've got to roll 2 14s or higher
Nah,
with the
you're
second
gonna roll
sword.
like threes.
7 and 17. He misses again, and you can tell that he didn't expect that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He realizes he's up against magic as this is going on.
Yeah, I know I'm up against magic because he's animate.
Zelen.
So I'm going to try to do the same thing with Krull. Hold my breath, reach in, drag her out.
Medic!
That's okay. Yeah, she can. Yeah, so you do all those things. So go ahead and make that.
So that's a 17 plus
two.
strength.
Yeah,
Basically, she
strength mod.
So
threw
19.
Krull into the battle at this
Yeah,
point.
you definitely you've pulled.
Yeats crawled the dragon.
You've
rolled a hit.
yeah, roll damage now. Yeah, you got Krull out of there, so Krull is also out, and it could be in a combative state this round.
Nice.
Jacob,
How far away is Mr. Coward?
I'm sorry, I'm not responding to that.
How far away is Abner?
He is engaged with Boris about 20 feet away from you.
I am moving in and attacking with the dagger
All right.
because it seems like a better thing to do. Oh, yeah. You
am
did
I the only one paying attention to the dragon on my hip?
Oh, it's right. How
You
far away is
Shoot
the dragon?
the dragon.
About the same.
Oh, okay. Then I'll fire the dragon just because I don't
Yeah,
want to
so
get
Okay,
firing
so-
with your bow at the dragon.
So
Yeah.
we're retroactively playing that to
Yeah,
your
because
benefit.
I completely
but,
forgot the dragon was there. I thought we were only fighting
But I
the
will
one
never
guy.
do that again.
Okay.
If you pull that and you're rushing up, you're pulling that and rushing up.
Okay. Will do. Ooh, it's teetering, but it's staying. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
17 plus 9. 26 to hit the dragon.
Hit.
All right, cool. Bonus action, switching my quarry to it. And is it below its hit point maximum?
No.
Ooh, that fell off the table.
You should probably
And-
push your laptop back a
I
bit.
should a little bit. 3, only 8 points of damage.
Okay, takes it. And then after.
Oh, wait, didn't I
Jacob
hit the
is
dragon with
Boris.
2 points of damage?
No, that was the other dragon.
Oh, sorry.
So Boris,
that's right.
you're
I
up.
didn't take down the other dragon
You
by
used
myself.
around to.
Cast the firebolt that we didn't
Well,
realize was
no,
out of
you
range.
used it around in this combat to pull Crawl out, not attack things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Jacob, Boris, isn't it? Abner, Zelen.
Oh yeah,
Jacob.
Did we go through that fast? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Time flies when you
Having fun. Yeah. All right. Attacking. And probably missing. How's a 13?
Misses Abner. All right. And then after that would be the dragon. Dragon's going to move. Let me just see where it is in its recharge. It is moving its a portion of its move forward and attacking Jacob.
Crap.
And
At least I have my full armor class now.
Does he move through my reach?
Whoa, there's a question.
through your reach. Yeah, I would actually say to do that. I even think about attacks of opportunity.
Oh, so that is a unnatural 24 versus armor class.
Hits.
Well, it's tradition now. We've all got
It
to
is.
say
It may as well be.
for 10 points of damage.
Nice. Takes it. And still is now attacking. What's
Split
your
up the
armor
back.
class, Jacob?
17.
Suck.
Sounds like good news to me.
Yeah, that was like an 8 that I rolled. That was just terrible. All right. That would be the dragon's total move. What a horrible little dragon. And then Crawl
He's like 6.
I
He's
know,
just a baby.
is moving through.
Let me kill him.
And
You don't
Crawl
need to.
is attacking the dragon that's moved up nearly to where it is. Crawl's attack round also rolls a suck roll. I'm just not rolling well today. I'm sorry, everyone. And that puts
Hey,
us
you're
back
missing
to the
more
top.
than you're missing us more than you're missing them. I'll call it a success.
Abner is attacking Boris
Makes sense.
in this duel that goes on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he rushes to attack me too.
Disadvantage.
First sword. Yeah. Rolled a 15 and a 16. Sword hits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often in this game. Now for that one, he does have a different damage for his long swords. So first long sword does 11 points of damage.
Dang.
Still a fair bit.
And his second one, let's do that again. No, 10 and a 6. Disadvantage, he misses second long sword. But he is like, ha, got you. And let's see. Yeah, life drain only comes into it when
Well,
that's a special attack. Yeah, he can't do both sword attacks
Okay.
and do that. Yeah.
Right.
All right, so that was very top of the round. Zelen, you're up next.
I'm going to throw a dart at the dragon.
All right,
Nice.
go for it.
I wanted to kill it.
Oh, well, you might. That was an 8.
Doesn't
know.
matter. Kill it.
Misses. Yeah, that misses. And next is Jacob.
All right, cool. It is engaged in melee combat with me.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so I'll drop the bow, pull out the sword, and swing at it. 12.
Misses.
I'm way better with the bow. Even though it's the exact same plus to hit, I just rolled very poorly.
Yeah, right.
And then Boris,
All right, attacking Abner
fighting with Abner.
for a 16 versus armor class.
Look at the top of that page.
I think it was a 16 exactly.
Armor's armor.
All right.
Abner's armor class is a 16.
I am spending my... Oh, no, I have spent all my spell slots. Never mind. Dang.
Doing this straight up and normal.
I will take almost max, though. 14 points of damage.
Okay, he takes that, and he's looking pretty terrible as far as an undead thing goes.
As I was saying, I bet he looked pretty
Always
terrible
was,
when we
yeah.
got here.
Yeah, so he's in a really bad state.
50 feet away, we're staring. I was like, oh man, that makes
If
it
there
look
was a big pine tree nearby, he'd be getting out of here right
Eyeball
now.
it,
But that isn't the case. So, and then after Boris, it is the dragon, and he has 2 foes that are right up on him. So 1, 2, 3, Jacob, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. It's attack and crawl.
Good.
No, you shouldn't go. You should go.
She
Oh,
hasn't
Spare
got
hit points,
She
doesn't
hasn't
matter.
got hit yet today. I have twice.
but she's gotten.
Hirelings aren't people.
She's gotten hit way more than you most typically.
That sounds like commie propaganda to me.
Hits. And the dragon in its bitey thing, a bigger die than that, and takes minimal damage, just 5 points of damage. After dragon is Crawl attacking back, and Crawl hits the dragon
Hey.
and does moderate damage. Top of the round is Abner. Abner is attacking Boris. There's the 15, 16. Let's do that again. A 4 and a 5. First one misses. And its second sword at disadvantage rolls an 11 and a 17. No, it's covered with 14. Misses.
Ooh,
Oh
Yeah.
man,
I'm going gray over here.
this is this is
Wait, you're bald.
yeah,
every
I still got a
time.
beard.
Every time the two rolls come out, I'm just sitting there, it's like, okay. Okay.
yeah. Part of my brain thinks, oh, yeah, he's got advantage. You roll 2 dice. It's like advantage. I'm like, oh, he's going to hit. Oh, wait, it's the bad way on that one.
Yeah, give me a piece of coal, I'll hand you back a diamond.
And that was Zelen. You're up now.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the dragon.
Crawl and I are both engaged in melee with it.
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
area
so
of
I can't.
effect.
Okay.
Well, you just need to be very specific about where you're putting the area so you don't overlap any members of the party, especially me.
Oh, that's true.
So if
Yeah.
you put it like, so it's affecting its like tail way at the back end away
Yeah,
from
we
where
were
everybody is.
20 feet away from you and Abner.
Yeah,
I don't know what the range is. On Fairy
I'm
Fire.
not taking risks.
I'm just saying out loud that we are
Okay,
20 feet
but-
away from you.
Yeah,
and
but
Abner.
I
Zelen, what are you
can
doing?
angle it. I can angle it so I can cast it just on the dragon. I'm gonna be specific and I'm gonna be careful casting Fairy Fire on the dragon.
You have that ability.
Cool.
So I do that.
Okay, so
And-
yeah, the dragon is now illuminated.
Wait,
Or what's the
reflex
save? Is it
save.
reflex
Or a
save? Or
dexterity save, rather.
Dexterity
Oh,
saving.
yeah.
You can
That's the
see my
term.
roots showing.
And they're gray.
And it fails its dexterity save.
So now
Okay.
it's the advantage.
So
on
now
attacks
we have the
against it.
advantage.
Yeah, it
And
only
it's
rolled a
glowy
7.
glowy.
Yeah, so it's now a glowy green dragon that has cuts in it, and you guys have advantage when you're attacking the dragon.
Lasden's light.
And that
Laston's light.
now brings us to
I think that's me, right?
that was Zelen Jacob.
Yeah. All right. Cool. It's still melee, so I'm swinging at it with the dagger. That one's pretty good. That one's even better. 23.
Hits.
Awesome. And I do 10 points of damage.
Takes it.
Magical, if that makes any difference.
Right. It was kind of sparkly when it hit. It was even better that way.
Shing.
Boris.
All right.
It got quiet.
Yeah, another 13.
Oh, yeah.
All sorts
So
of back and
the
forth
duel
happy
goes
slaps.
on
Yeah,
over
we're-
here, yeah.
we're- it's not
Parrying
that we're
and-
idiots. We're just equally matched.
Well, and I love to think of like as a movie, it'd be just this
Yeah, this
amazing
back and
battle
forth.
that goes
Yeah,
on and
though
on that
we'd
way.
be moving through and like on top of a water wheel, and it's rolling down the hill, and we're still dueling.
And again, it goes after Crawl. That's the dragon attacking.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Good.
Actually, I should have rolled for it to recharge. So let me just roll that to see if I roll that 5 or 6 on that. Actually, it's breathing on the two of you.
Oh,
Let me see. Zelen, how far back you are, how much room there is. Zelen, do you want high or do you want low?
I want high.
Okay, so we've got to get above a 75 for you. Look, you're also in the area as well.
ooh.
So all 3 of you are making a con save.
That's not one of the ones I'm good at. Are you sure I can't run away from the cloud?
Do you want to provoke an
Uh-oh.
attack of opportunity?
Can I do that in the same round? I don't know.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, that's its
does.
reaction as opposed to its action. So yes, it would.
Yeah. 6 for my
I don't
constitution
understand a
save.
con save. You add the saving throw
D20
thing?
plus your Constitution modifier.
5.
Hey. Welcome to the club of taking probably, 20 some odd points of damage.
So again, I was busy rolling dice because I lost half of my 6 stars on the floor just now. I was rolling 1 a lot. So Zelen, what was your save?
5.
You are taking 20 points of damage.
Oh.
Jacob,
6.
20 points of damage. And I need to roll for Crawl right now. Hey! Crawl makes her saving throw.
Good, because
and takes 10.
I look horrible.
Yes.
And I also have very low hit points.
Admitting is the first step.
Yeah, I look great and have low hit points.
Yeah, so just so we go around, where is everybody right now? Crawl's at 12 hit points.
15 of 45.
6 of 40.
17 of 37.
Yeah, so nice. And we
Oh, my monsters are so small.
and Crawl
I'd
is
say bite
attacking.
me, but you would.
Crawl is attacking the dragon and hits
Hey!
Yay.
Doing something good.
and rolls nearly max damage.
Yay. What does that mean?
It means the dragon that was pretty hurt is even more so now. So
it's still standing.
getting way down there. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did she roll with advantage? Because she could have crit.
Oh, I didn't roll the advantage one. Yes.
So go ahead and crit for us.
Roll it again and
do,
roll
do, do.
rolled a 19. So,
Roll!
but they both
Look
would
like a
have
4
hit,
from
yeah.
here.
It's those elven dice. All right, so the dragon's in a very bad way. And now it is Abner at the top of the round. I know, still disadvantage on Boris. and rolls a 13 and a 14.
Oh.
Missed by 1.
Missed it by
I've got to roll
that much.
14s on that second arrow. Second sword is a 16 and a 19 in each.
Ooh. Okay.
Let me find.
But you still had you. What were your hit points again? You just said him.
15 to 45.
Ooh. Okay.
And you take 11 points of damage.
All right, gotta pay him back.
I'm no longer the worst off.
And that takes us
That
to
dubious honor goes to me.
Zellen's round.
All right, I'm going to throw a dart.
Okay, so remember, you're rolling advantage, so roll that twice.
You're gonna crit.
Take the higher
You're gonna
number.
crit. Remember this. You're gonna crit. Or
It's
not.
almost. It just lost a
Almost.
0.
Yeah.
All right, so 13 to 18.
Hits.
Oh, good.
And
You still add something to your D4, right?
7 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, so it was very sickly. It's even worse.
Okay.
So this thing is like
Ever
by
closer.
a thread right now. And next up after Zelen is Jacob.
Lunging in, giving it everything I've got. Okay, 18 advantage. 18 again.
That's like the perfect amount.
Am I being mocked?
I'd be happy with that when I'm rolling my disadvantage ones. Yeah.
All I wanted was a 20. Okay. 11 points of damage.
And it drops.
Oh, thank God.
It was down. So to make the point, Zelen, Natalie, it had 9 hit points, did 11. Had you not attacked it, it would not be dead right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and if Krull wouldn't hit, then it's attacking one of you that's coming around, and we're getting down to it. So Dragon drops. And
Speaking of, there's a great app called Drag and Drop, and you guys should definitely check it out. It's a great
Oh,
map
wow,
building
that
thing.
was a great segue.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. They're not paying us or anything. They're just a really useful tool.
And honestly, it is
great
a
bunch
very,
of guys.
It's a free app and it looks amazing.
what does it do? Tell me what it does.
It's a map making thing that it's like prefab stuff and terrain stuff. You can do it on your phone or on computer. They're a great bunch of people.
Awesome. Yeah, fantastic. All right, then Krull, seeing that the dragon drops, throws her spear at
Aren't
Abner.
I before Krull?
No, Krull's very bottom of the round.
Aren't I before Krull?
Because he's second to last.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're up, Boris. I'm sorry, I skipped down to the end of the round. I don't know why.
And unnatural 24
You definitely hit.
for 12 points of damage.
And Abner, who at that moment had 7, drops.
Oh my God.
Okay, and over.
Oh my gosh.
You've destroyed Abner.
Lay on hands, giving myself 20 hit points back.
Oh God. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I feel like we're going to get into more combats, but I want to use my last spell slot to do. Oh, no, I have 2. I only use Hunter's Mark once. I'll use one of my spell slots to cast Heal Light on myself.
Okay, go.
Or Cure Light.
Yeah,
Or Cure Wounds. That's
cure
what it's-
wounds.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite apparent now as the dragon. You would think the dragon be wiggling, was a living thing. Abner, when he drops, he's like a rock.
Yeah.
He just sits there inertly and still. So
I have never before craved a cigarette, and oh man, I am craving a cigarette.
the game's over, light up a pipe and go sit on the back porch and smoke a
I
pipe.
have half a mind.
Have a whiskey.
Yeah, right. That good
great
vanilla
battle.
Cavendish.
That was
delightful.
a fun battle.
Yeah, that was great. I thought
enjoyed
I was
that.
going to go down.
That kind of stuff stresses me out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the fun.
Imagine me. I
This
got
is-
down to 6. He got down to 4.
This is Adrenaline Junkie for non-adrenaline junkies.
Yeah. I want to
so-
search bodies.
All right. Is you're doing just
I'm
that?
moving
so
up and examining the throne.
all right. So this is all happening. We'll do this relatively.
Does
Oh, yeah,
the
the throne
smelly
is that
barrier
close.
drop when he drops?
No. The smelly berry has nothing to do with Abner. It's
Smelly barrier.
smelly berry.
What do you call your...
Hypnotic scent.
You notice one of the things laying on the ground is a very stinky dog, and that's what it is.
It's
so
the other Abner.
let's just go with our the nits from combat. Starting at the top of the round for people to say what they want to do as they're doing things, because it looks like you're shotgunning. In the back of everyone's mind needs to be that there are hill giants, at least
There's a
6
lot of
you're
hostiles
aware
in the
of,
immediate area.
and there's probably like a dozen, maybe even more like an 18 that are out there in that valley somewhere toward that fire, and bugbears of maybe 3 times that amount, and at least one more dragon wormling.
Holy
so
mother!
you can't just hang
is
around
there
here
another way
forever.
out? Does this?
Yes.
the hole?
Is
dropping
this,
a few hundred feet to the desert.
Is
That's
this-
exactly right.
Is this big enough for them to get in? Could they fit in this space?
They could. It's
Okay.
huge. The actual opening. So go to YouTube and look up this episode, and you'll see the image that David has posted with it. It is a massive, massive opening.
So...
Top of the round,
yeah,
Zelen.
that's you first.
What are you
yeah.
doing? Examining.
I want to go look at the throne. What I'd actually like to do is take some time to cast a detect magic ritual, so I don't have to use a spell slot.
We don't have time.
Yeah, that's 10. That's 10 minutes.
We don't have time.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
Okay. Then I'm going to go and check out the throne.
Yeah, because we ran here from where the fire was in 14. So.
Yeah, if you're going to use any of that time to get back out of here, it's not going to be there. You notice right off. Actually, do this instead. Go ahead and roll a nature roll. Do a nature roll.
Okay, that's a 15.
You can tell this is a very rare stone. The whole throne is light blue, and you thought it was one piece of either painted wood or something. When you get closer to it, you realize that it's Larimar stone. It's like almost like a robin's egg blue, a powder blue, a daylight sky, farthest from the horizon, light blue. And as you're looking at it, you realize too, it isn't a single block or made out of like 6 or 8 blocks to form this throne, but it's made out of what looks like thousands of little pieces of stone that are somehow held together, and each one would be anywhere from the size of like a pebble to maybe like a 20-sided die.
Can I move any of them? Like, can I wiggle them? Can I take?
Go ahead and make a will save.
A will save.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
Wisdom
a will
save.
Oh yeah.
I assume.
Sorry. Yeah. Your wisdom plus the 20 die with your wisdom modifier.
10.
You try to you feel like you could almost pick a stone out of it that you would be able to, that it's not glued to it, but you can't get that stone out.
Okay.
Is that my turn?
Yeah. So, Jacob, go ahead.
I will very quickly look around the area and see if there's anything on.
You see, you're checking bodies. Which bodies are you checking?
I mean, the dragon's the one closest to me, so then I'd probably move in.
Dragon's got a short number of gear. I'd say Abner.
Yeah,
Abner
there is no
probably.
gear on the dragon
Gotcha.
whatsoever.
So I'll run up and I'll see if Abner has anything
Nuns
pertaining
are
to the
pretty
plot
short
on him.
list.
His swords are decent-looking swords, but
Sword, I think.
Oh yeah, was it just making
I
two
guess
attacks?
it is 2 attacks with one sword. Yeah, that makes sense.
What about
His
his
sword
bow?
is a decent sword. His bow looks fairly nondescript, like it's not a great bow. But the armor that he's wearing actually seems to be something, when it comes to studded leather, as being looking uniquely good.
Okay. Could I quickly just yank that off of him and then check his pockets, make sure he has nothing like additional magical stones or anything that might be just chilling in his pockets?
Yeah, I would say yes. So you're taking the next couple of minutes to see if you can get this guy out of his armor and checking whatever else there might be.
Rushing if I have to make sure it doesn't take too long so I can get up to them so we can get out of here.
And
with Zelen taking over the throne, you had said that there were like 3 lumps in the doorways, lumps like bodies, lumps like masses of stone.
Yeah, your peripheral awareness as you went through they were like a pile of bones and gear. 3 of them that were caught in that field and never got themselves back out of it.
I'm going to go take a look at them.
All right, so as you're looking at them, the one that you get to first, the remains do have that a person was wielding a bow that was trying to get through this, and you note right off that bow looks like it was a very, very decent bow.
Jacob, there's an interesting bow here. You might want to check it out once you're done with him.
Cool.
And you move to the next one, and it doesn't look to be anything above what you could buy anywhere, but he's wearing split mail. And it looks like it's
Bear
been
my chain.
either preserved or it's been held in this space, but didn't, rust and degrade while it was sitting here.
Well, then I think I'll take that off of him, get it for the cause, as it were, and see if he's got any other form of like identifiers, amulets, rings, that kind of stuff.
As you were looking this guy over, as you're pulling that chain off of him, there's 2 things you notice about this guy. One, he has a chain on his neck, and the chain has an Adlai knave symbol, a holy symbol, honestly,
like mine.
just like your own.
Huh.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, I'd take that so I can inter that properly as a brother of the faith.
Great. We stumbled across the previous adventuring party that went this exact same path that we did.
And as you are, the bones are just kind of falling apart and all of this, you note that there is a ring on his finger, or what had been a
signet on it?
Yeah. So as you're looking at that thing, you see that it is a wolf holding a sword on the ring itself.
The Volkov crest?
The Volkov crest, exactly.
That's weird. So,
What's Volkov?
a bit of my backstory. Boris has been engaged.
Oh.
Yeah, it hasn't come up, but her house, Volkov, their crest is a wolf holding a sword.
Okay.
And this has that on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird How's he armed?
He's armed with a hammer.
This guy's me.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like I said, previous adventuring party that went us the same path.
Yeah, no, not previous adventuring party. Me. He's armed like I was. He's got stuff relating to my stuff.
Is the third mound a caster?
The third.
I thought you said there were three lumps.
Yeah. So are you coming back over there from?
Well, I got invited over to this one.
Yeah. So you're dragging this armor. You're thinking, man, this is some really, really decent armor, and you have to check out things about that later. But as you get to it, and Boris points out where that bow is. The first thing you notice on it is that there is a symbol of a fox. It's stylized.
Like the one that I have in my pocket.
If you cut a slice out of the middle of that little piece of stone and had that like cross section and then somehow could glue it to this, that is the same stylized image of the fox that looks like.
I want this so bad, and I'm going to take it.
Yeah, right.
All right, yeah, so you actually see that not being a straight longbow, it is something that doesn't exist in 5e heretofore. It is a composite longbow.
Oh.
And then as you're all like moving over in that direction, there's like pipe over too.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm on the throne.
Oh, you got on the throne?
No, I haven't got on the throne, but I'm examining the throne.
We're over here doing all the hard work. We look over, we see Queen Zelen. It's like, work faster.
Yeah, I'd probably take the not me's armor off and don it myself, because that'd be a net +1 to armor.
Okay, in that time. And then are you doing the same thing with the armor you took off of Abner?
Yeah, what type of
armor
armor
was it?
was
Can be clean on the inside.
It is. It is studded leather.
Oh yeah, I wear I think studded leather as well, but his looked better than mine, so I'll just swap it out.
Way better. Okay, so you guys are doing the armor stuff. Then back to, and Zelen, as you're at the throne, Crawl is near you and kind of keeping watch that direction, but also looking, there's a precipice on the other side of this level area. There must have been a building in there at some point, but it is just the open desert out beyond, the slag-marked desert. But what else are you doing on the throne?
Carl, I'm going to sit down on the throne, watch to see if anything happens.
Okay, so she's watching. She agrees.
So I sit down on the throne.
What's your hit point total right now?
17.
Oh, what?
What's your maximum?
37.
You are at 37.
Oh!
Budge up!
Guys, I feel really good. Y'all might want to come sit on the throne.
As soon as you sat down, he said, "What are your hit points at now?" I'm like, "Oh God, Zelen just died."
Yeah, putting
Also,
a pin in donning armor, getting over there.
You'd be aware of this just because of how you're so attuned to your own wisdom in relation to your spell ability kind of stuff. Your wisdom is a permanent +1.
Wow.
Ooh.
So what was it before?
It was 20. 20 plus 5.
Can
so
things
now
go
it's-
21 in 5?
Only by magical means.
Only by magical means, yeah.
There you are.
So now so somebody will have to help me later to help me figure out what all that is.
Still a +5.
So while I'm sitting on this throne, is there anything else that I can, while I'm sitting on it, can I loosen any of those
joysticks
stones?
pop out and
Can
you're
I,
controlling them.
right, exactly. Can I drive it? Can I go through the desert, do a little dune buggy?
You can try to pull stones out of it again if you want to. It's going to be that same wisdom saving throw. But, not sure for what you're actually doing that for.
I don't know. Maybe I can take one with me. Maybe it changes something in the throne if I can get one loose.
Okay.
And now I'm even better with wisdom, right? So now am I +6 with wisdom?
No, it's still a
21,
5.
still +5.
Yeah, you have to be a even number so
okay.
that the number changes.
So 24.
Yes, you do. You actually, pull one stone out of it. It doesn't seem to change the integrity of this thing. You're holding it. It's a marvelous, lovely stone. But you are aware, you're wise enough to know that it belongs with the throne of Vendara and not as like a
But it's
keepsake.
interesting that they're loose. So that's interesting. So I put it back. I feel great. I think you guys should try sitting in the throne.
Interesting that these are loose. Breaks it off and tries to put it back on and doesn't go back. Like, ah!
And the whole thing goes in a little pile of feathers.
Sorry, guys.
So Boris, Jacob, you guys have the new armors donned. It fits you comfortably, Boris, like it always has been yours.
Yeah.
And Jacob, you're putting yours on, and you feel like it's adjusted to fit you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like the sneakers from Back to the Future.
Okay.
Now,
Now,
are those magic items?
It's like I didn't think that reference was going to be missed, but and he'll move over to the throne at the same time. I'll go over to the last lump. What do we call it?
Body?
Body. He called it a lump. I don't know. All right, but yeah,
Jacob, you go to that third one, and again, it looks like
Zelen. Yeah, one that looked like Boris, one that looked like me.
you see Zelen's cheekbones in the skull. Now,
How did those get there?
what you do notice, and it makes you almost chuckle for a second, then you go, oh, wait, is that this individual did carry darts.
Oh God.
This is
Okay.
weird.
And
It's very weird.
There are 3 darts in a little side pouch that looks very similar to the one that Zelen carries. A difference would be that this person wore studded leather armor. And this studded leather armor doesn't seem to be studded with metal. It looks like it's bits of roll nature.
Okay. Ooh, 19.
That it looks like it's actually grick beak tips and tips of claw. So it's studded leather, but there's no metal. Meaning then a druid could actually use this studded leather and have that AC protection where a druid wouldn't be able to use any kind of armor that has metal in it.
Oh man, it's too bad we don't have a druid in our party. We just have someone that burns down forests.
Yeah, right. We have an anti-druid.
So as all this examination is happening,
An oil magnate?
Jacob comes, as Jacob was walking over to you, he's probably, it is like
Holding
he's
the armor.
shaking a
Skeleton
body
out.
out of it. Yeah, he's already done that. But he's saying,
Just doing like a whole little show like, hey guys, I'm Zelen.
I think this would fit
Hello,
you.
my baby.
So do you want to keep or don this armor?
I do.
All right. So you
Do I
get
have to
in-
roll anything?
No, you get into that armor.
Can I look at the darts to see if they're... I'm going to take the darts, actually, because I've lost a couple of darts along the way.
Yeah, so put your number up by 3. They still look like they're viable.
Okay.
All right, so then you all address your attention to the throne.
What was Michael's message about this place? Maybe it's got a clue in it somehow.
He said, I have safeguarded. Here remains the knowledge of the sky servant Izango, safeguarding the focus of the temple, the trunk, the leaves, and the roots, lest Perfidion corrupt. I followed my heart to the gate of ages and placed the roots at the seat of the throne of Endara.
And when Zelen says all of that, the stones start to move.
Okay,
All
I
these
jump off.
little these individual little pebbles all over the place. You can tell there's like movement in it's like a vibration. It's losing like its lines. And out of this thing, like kind of floats this block of amethyst. And
Wow.
the amethyst itself is about 6 inches by 4 inches by about 2, rough on the underside, and the natural stone creeps up through the amethyst to look like roots of a tree running around and through the amethyst
wow.
itself. And the sides look cut. You know, we'd say by a saw. Who knows what they would have to cut amethyst so cleanly.
A wizard.
And and the upper portions of it are, amethyst, and it's crystal in beauty. And there's a spot where you could see a thing could be put into it, and that would have to be the trunk that's found somewhere else. But it was in the throne. It comes welling up through it, and once it's up to the top, it's just resting there in the throne.
I'm gonna reach out and take it.
You have it, and then the throne goes back to the state it was before, looking kind of like a single solid thing.
Nice. So what are you holding in your hands?
I'm holding the
Like a
the
giant
roots.
piece of,
I'm holding the
Giant. It's like 6 inches long.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So
I'm holding the roots
a
of the
modest
cedar.
sized piece of amethyst.
Right.
Okay.
Right, like as if it was the base of a statue of a tree, and I'm holding the roots of it.
Very cool.
Being so close, Zelen, you realize and you notice that as you're doing those things, that once you have it in your hand, you look down and the back of the throne is still reforming. And the stones form and reform until it looks like the individual little balls of stone are making words. And in those words, again, there's no voice that says it. And it's written, you might say it's Kremlin in their script, but that is so close to so many words and so many things in Confederation that you can read it. Your quest awaits you in Shapanov's mission. Shapanov regrets his crime and holds the trunk of the Adlai in the nave of his praying hands. So I'm sure that Zelen's been reading this out loud as the rest of you have been gathering up.
Yeah.
What do you do with the throne? You guys are still aware of the time.
I was told about how magical it was.
Yeah.
I want to
Go ahead and heal up. I'm reasonably okay at the
I'm
moment.
sitting on it.
And you do. Your hit point total goes from wherever you were damaged up to your maximum.
Nice.
And you have 1 point of wisdom permanent increase.
Nice.
Crawl does the same once you get up, and she is also healed to her maximum and gains that point of wisdom.
And I'll sit down last and try and, I don't know, if you want like a religion check or a wisdom check, trying to conceal that message so that anything coming through here wouldn't be able to just read and get the next step.
Okay, sure. Yeah, one thing at a time, though. You sit down, and you have you're healed up to maximum.
Mm-hmm.
You have a +1 permanent wisdom, and go ahead and make your religion check.
Okay. Okay, that's a 16.
You believe there's something about Argolian steel, that it's something in the actual makeup of that you believe that if you were to use that as like a touchstone, that it might make this just go back to its normal state as it had before in the other location.
I'm going to try and conceal this message, and then drawing sword and touching to the one side, the other side, and then the middle, as if I was like knighting it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you do.
Making kind of more of a ritual out of it.
Yeah, go ahead and make that as another religion check.
Okay.
Now, each of you that have sat on the throne, if you are able to cast healing spells, you can cast whatever healing spells from now on, one die better than whatever die it said you could cast before that.
Oh, wow.
So if it's a D8 or a 2D4, then it's one more D4. It's 2D8. If you're a paladin, you can lay on hands as one level higher than you could have
Nice.
otherwise.
I like healing.
And you, Boris, that you do. Boris, he's made this touch. You guys have memorized the phrase, and it goes back to the level that it was before. With you making that roll, Boris, your religion checks, and you're aware of it, you recognize that this thing is good. And the only reason you guys could approach was because of your innate or inherent goodness. And you can see, you're more aware of it now. There is acid scorch marks on the ground. There's like burning scorch marks. There's various tools where somebody's like chiseling, trying to get to this thing. It looks like Abner couldn't get to the throne.
That's a relief.
He got in this far, but couldn't come any closer to it than what he has just now, and tried for who knows how long to get to it. But with each of you having sat on the throne, you have the roots of this statue of an Adlai. You level up.
Nice.
Yay.
Thanks for listening. I'm Matt Sinkovich, your Dungeon Master. We're celebrating 6 months of adventuring, halfway to a year, with many more to come. As always, we welcome your feedback and invite you to share the podcast with your communities. Become part of the story by tweeting your ideas at The Empire's Edge. Check out my other stories at mattsinkovich.com and support the podcast at subscribestar.com/the-empires-edge. Again, on behalf of all of us, thank you.